living in darkness, look for the light, cause our fire is burning and they're helping you fight. It's the fire keepers, the fire keepers, fire keepers, fire keepers, fire keepers. Recovery, Bumper BG, talk recovery. Fire keepers, fire. Welcome to Firekeeper Recovery. I'm Brant, and today I'm joined by
Tristen Long. Most people know me as Trik.
Heck yeah! Thank Trik for being here with us today. And we'll do a quick check-in real quick, and then we'll get into our conversation. I had a pretty good week this past week. Just keeping the mundane maintenance of things. Just every day is getting be the same, and that's a good thing. So yeah, just more of that, and also just adding things that are positive in my life and keeping negative things out.
Oh yeah.
It gets easier as we go along. So yeah, I've had a good week. It's better than I've been here to be with you.
Oh
so
yeah.
How was your week?
Oh, it was a good week, man. Freaking a lot of working as usual. Got to then spend some time with my family, go to the state fair, check that out. So it's always good to spend time with family.
Heck yeah. All right, so sounds like everybody's heading forward, keeping a good steady pace. And so before we get to the questions, you have a new position and you work in recovery now, so how has that been rewarding for you in your recovery?
Oh man, that's real rewarding, because that's something ever since I started my recovery, that's always been something that's kind of drove me, is to figure out somehow to, I guess since I pulled myself out of it, to help others get out of it. And you know, I got lucky enough to find me a job to where I'm playing my part in helping others succeed. So
heck yeah. And I know we can't be specific about where you work, but it is a good position where you're helping people through the hospital anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you for sharing that, and we'll just get into the first question. It's just, what are some of the things or events that help move you out of active addiction and into your recovery?
Well, for me, man, it's I heard a lot of people say it here before, and like about the cliches, man, and like before I got into recovery, I didn't understand them, but I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired, man, and like it just hit me one day. And it's crazy too, because when it hit me, when I was still in active addiction, we was in a high-speed car chase, and like midway through it, man, it just clicked, man. Like this ain't something I want to do. I don't want to live this life no more. So kind of made that decision right there, and spent the time I spent in jail, did a lot of focusing on me and like getting my head right to, I guess, make sure I could succeed in recovery. So.
Yeah. I think it is important to note that a lot of people, when they're faced with that same situation, they focus on how to get out of it the easy way. I can fake going to rehab or fake doing the programs, but you want to focus and actually do them this time.
Yeah.
So that's a good turn, man. I'm glad that you got that, man. Was there any challenges that you faced in your early recovery?
Yeah, man, a lot of challenges, and that's kind of what led me to do what I'm doing now for work, because, you know, in early recovery, like I said, I spent time in jail getting my head right, getting myself right, but at the time there was some help, but not as much as there is now. So for me, it was really important, man, because I had people there when I got out that was already doing recovery, you know, doing good in it. So they helped guide me into it, because there was times before that, like, I wanted to get clean and sober, but at the same time, a lot of times it was coming out of jail, like, I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know which way to go about it. And like I said, at the time, there wasn't as much as there is now to help. So a lot of times I just took the easy way and back to the life I knew. So
yeah, that is difficult, especially if it's family too. Sometimes it's family that pulls you back. Especially when you get out of jail, that's all you got.
Oh yeah.
But now it is good too, because a lot of times it was our family that was the ones who helped guide us out of our addiction. It was them that showed us, oh, it's possible, because if that guy can do it, you're like, I can do it if he can do it. Or something.
Oh yeah.
Is there any new challenges that you're facing now with more time?
I guess there's always kind of challenges. As you know, sometimes you get to thinking like, oh well, I'm doing good. You know, I've been doing this for so long. Maybe I can not do this as much, or maybe not put as much effort into it. But that's something I try to tell myself daily. Is like, you know, just because you've made it this far, you know, you can't let up now, you know, because, you know, I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I'm a hell of a lot further than I was, so that's always a big reminder for me.
Yeah, if you're a lot closer, and you're not having to take all them steps back, you're just keeping steady going forward.
Oh, yeah.
So what were your motivations, and how did you discover them?
Well, like I said, before I actually got clean, like, I always kind of knew, like, I didn't want to do that. And, you know, I got kids, so, you know, my kids were a big motivator for me. And, like, I've always kind of been there for them, like, even in my addiction, but I couldn't really be there because of my addiction, you know? And, like, now that's one of the biggest things I enjoy, because, you know, where I'm at today, like, you know, we can do whatever, you know, like if they want to go to Tennessee for the day, that's, you know, that's no problem. I can spend time with them, you know, I can provide what they need whenever they need it. And that's, I guess, one of the biggest motivators for me is
family.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah. Have they changed since you've been in your recovery? Or have they added more motivation now?
Oh yeah, like, one of the biggest things for me too is to hear, like, people say that, you know, they talk more highly of me now, and, like, you know, they've kind of said it to me, like, you know, they're proud of me, but to know that they're out there telling other people, like, oh man, you know, my dad's doing good, like, I'm proud of him, you know, that's huge for me.
Heck yeah. That's probably better than a stranger or somebody that, or I don't know, just somebody you don't know that's telling you, but your kids telling you.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's always good to hear somebody say that. Yeah. You know, they're proud of you, they're doing good, but when it's something that close to you, man, that's a real good feeling.
Yeah. All right, how important has, like, a community or your support system been?
Oh man, that's huge for me, because especially my community and, like, helping others, and like I said, not even in recovery, just helping these younger people, you know, talking to some of the younger ones that, you know, I guess in a way try to help shape them into just overall better people, instead of, you know, just letting them know, you know, there is better ways that... Yeah,
trying to remember how we grew up and how some of the people maybe our age acted towards us, and they'd be all like, oh, you want to sip a beer?
Oh, yeah,
you want to know how to roll a joint or whatever? Yeah. So be better examples than that.
Oh, yeah, that's something I tell, especially my kids, all the time, man. Like, I tell them all the time, I want them to be better than me, like...
Yeah, man, that's a good lesson for everybody to learn. How has recovery changed your life and those around you?
Oh man, I mean, for one, man, now I feel like I have a purpose, man. And like I said, working the job I work, it kind of adds to that purpose because I get to do something that coming into recovery that I was really wanting to do, and it's help other people. Because I know when I was in active addiction, man, like I know I hurt a lot of people, and not just physically, but messed up lives with the stuff I was doing, the life I was leading, and
that's hard that's what's hard too about recovery is we start to heal, so we start to remember them things, but we're able to deal with them now. That we did that, but that didn't make us a bad person. We was in a bad place as well. Yeah. So what's a piece of advice you would give to somebody in early recovery that may be thinking about giving up and going back?
Man, I guess just know that now there's a lot of people out there that's willing to help other people, man. And like, I know there's a lot of people that I used to hang out with in addiction that are doing big things in recovery. And I know there's a lot of people out there, and I know sometimes it seems like, especially in early recovery, that, oh man, there's nobody there, like you feel like you've lost all your friends. But man, there's a lot of people out there, and I just want to say, man, anybody trying to get clean, like I'll help anybody. I'm rooting for anybody trying, and
just keep going.
Oh yeah,
patience, all that good stuff. You just gotta, just don't give up, because as long as there's breath in us, that means we can still fight for ourselves.
Oh yeah, because I know with me, man, like from Arca, still to this day, man, like I tell myself daily, every morning, like, for me, I didn't count days. My biggest thought process was, as long as you make it through the day, get through the day and you're good. And sometimes that's what it takes, man, day by day, step by step, hour by hour, whatever it takes, man. It's the little wins that lead to the overall goal.
Yeah. What are some things you're proud of in your recovery?
I guess, being able to be there for family, and I mean, like I said, I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I'm a lot further than I was, man. Like, I got my license back. I got my own ride, and moving forward, I guess just moving forward and helping people, man. Like that's big for me, because like I said, that's something I've always wanted to do is, I guess, so to speak, reach my hand back in the fire and pull people out.
Heck yeah, man. That's something to be proud of, that you're making them steps. And you're not where you want to be, so that's always important. Is there any people you want to thank that helped you get to where you're at in your recovery?
Oh man, let's see. I guess the main one would be my sister. Like, she was a huge part of, helping me get through the hardest part of it, and just always being there for me, man. Like, even if it was, no matter what it was, she was there, and she always let it be known that she was there. And I don't know, there's a lot of people, man. I don't know.
That kept you going in the dark times, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's why I love my brother too, because even in my addiction, if I needed a ride, I knew I could get a ride at home anyway. I'd be out doing the dumbest stuff, and they'd come get me.
Yeah.
Get me home safe. So that's why family is always important if you have it. And if you don't, that's why your community is sacred, I guess.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, is there anything else you'd like to share, a message, or?
I guess just like I already said, man, just for anybody that's in early recovery or still in addiction, man, just know there's a lot of people out there willing to help, man. If, as long as you're willing to put into work, there's a lot of people in there that'll help point you and guide you in the right direction. That's the biggest thing, man, is you gotta want it, because that's something I had to learn early on, man. And there's a lot of people that I wish I could make want it, but that's a big thing, man. You can't make somebody want it. But just know, like I said, if there's anybody out there that's still in addiction, I'll help any way I can. Just you gotta try and don't stop trying. That's the big thing.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, man. I thank you for sharing that, man. Because, people need to hear it from as many different people as possible. That there are many different ways of doing recovery. Because the way you're doing it might be a way somebody didn't think that you could do it. That's just why I'm just happy to have you here and to share your message, man.
Shit, I'm glad to be here, man.
Yeah, and that's why just sharing your story is powerful. That's why I'm just happy to have you here, and I thank you again for being here.
Oh yeah, appreciate you having me, man. I like seeing all the different people coming on here talking, and like I said, just letting other people know that recovery is possible, man. And I'm one of those ones that feel like, man, if I could do it, anybody can do it, man.
Heck yeah, man. So, that's about all I got, man. If you don't have nothing else to say to the people today, we'll do the wrap up. And I just want to thank Tristen Long again for joining us. And for Firekeeper Recovery, I'm Brant. And as always, we'll leave the light on for you.
Oh yeah.
Firekeeper Recovery, bringing you hope. If you're living in darkness, look for the light, cause a fire is burning to helping you fight. It's the Firekeepers, Firekeepers, Recovery. Bumper BG, talk recovery. Firekeepers.